this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. Those enormous buds up there are Masdevallia picta. Now, that's never bloomed for me before. Well, those spikes have developed incredibly quickly. You know, from looking like a couple of new growths not that long ago, we've now got two very large buds and one's opening. Tomorrow I've got a big watering day, so I'll be handling all the sort of plants, and maybe that bloom will be fully open by then. Obviously, if so, we'll have a closer look. But yeah, those spikes developed really fast. I wish all the orchids would do that. Oof. But I'll say this is just a quick video. This oh, come on, brain. Masdevallia. It's my largest one, and it is a large plant, but it's not doing very well. It's objected to going in the moss, and it just doesn't like it. But it has got a bloom that's just opened. It's called Masdevallia Snowbird. It's just a simple white bloom on this one, and the only way this can become a spectacle, quite honestly, is to have a mass blooming, which is in fact that's the last time it bloomed. It never bloomed at all last year, not one, but the year before it did have a mass blooming. Yeah, I think although this hasn't been in that moss a huge amount of time, it's just not doing well. These leaves are looking desiccated. There are new growths, but I mean I've just taken 4 leaves off that weren't happy, so the plant itself isn't doing as well as it should be. So I think I'll put that on the repotting list. I'm going to do a video about repotting. I've got about 40 plants to do, well, 41 now. But there's a selection criteria, and the thought process is to go into whether a plant needs repotting and what sort of order I'm going to do them in, because obviously they're not going to get all done at once, and they will go over a period of time. So I need to select those that need to be done up front, and those that can be left for a month or even 2. So I'll get into that. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that bloom, and as I say, this thing has got some new growths coming. So it is growing, but the presence of those new growths has just triggered my mind into thinking. I mean, Wade's advice. You know, I mean, he put a comment on my channel with the last Masdevallia I had, that basically over the years he's found that they do best in the seedling bark, the small bark, and some chopped sphagnum as a mix. And you know, obviously he's tried things over many periods of time with lots of different Masdevallias, and that's what he's come up with they do best in. Well, if that's what they do best in, then that's what that needs to go in. I thought I'd try the pure moss on the grounds that quite a few of the growers I've got contact with in the UK that grow mainly cool growing orchids, said that they use moss, but they forgot to tell me they're actually using live moss rather than this dead stuff, and there is a difference. So I think I'll stick that on the list, and it might even split into 2. It does, to me, just looking there, it does naturally look like there's 2 plants there, but until I get it out of the pot I can't tell. So we'll give that a go in the next few days. I'll say I've got a travel day today, so I won't be doing anything out here apart from this quick video, and I'll be back on track again tomorrow, and that'll be a main watering day, so I'll be handling most of the plants. As usual, when my daughter comes down, there's always a catch-up process, because my main watering day should have been yesterday, split over and into today. Well, I'm going to have to try and cram it all in tomorrow on Tuesday. We'll see how we go. But I mean, these are pretty little blooms. If you can't provide heat, especially in the winter, Masdevallias are not a bad idea. And if you've got heat through the summer, you know, if you keep really good air circulation and high humidity, they will take it. They won't just die because it's too warm for them, but you have to accommodate them during that heat, because they are stressed. You know, they are mainly cool growers. But the variety of colours, you know, from the deep vibrant colours right through to patterns, stripes, spots, through to that, which is just pure white. So there's a huge variety of colours. You know, they're worth looking into, but as I said, they won't like heat, and if you can't provide high humidity and good air circulation, they will stress badly in heat. But in the main, they're cool growers. They don't like high light, so they're quite easy to accommodate. They're not ideal houseplants, I don't think, but you know, if you've got an environment that sounds like it might be suited, it might be worth giving one a go. It's probably worth sticking to, I'll call them no ID hybrids, on the grounds that they're going to be, if they haven't got a name as a hybrid, the chances are they're a relatively new hybrid, and the newer ones are getting the vigour and the heat tolerance built into them. So they are easier to look after as a generalisation, and they've often got larger flowers and brighter colours as well. So you know, you can pick them up in various places. They just turn up sometimes. You know, like you get a load of Phalaenopsis for sale, and this funny looking thing on the end. You think, "Cool, that's a Masdevallia," but they are around. But yeah, don't like heat, but can be accommodated in heat, like I do. But this one is starting to go down a little bit and needs picking up again. These are desiccated leaves. They always look flimsy, Masdevallias, until you touch them, and then these are quite fleshy leaves. They're not flimsy little wispy things. You know, these are sturdier than Oncidium type leaves, heading towards, well, not as succulent as Cattleya type leaves, but they are sturdy, chunky leaves, so they have got some strength in the plant. Okay, and I'll pick up again tomorrow, so thanks for dropping by. See you next time.